Question number 14 in our Common Entrance Digest series. 4/7 of a number is 24. Find the number. Let's interpret this simple word problem question. 4/7. We are looking for an unknown. When you see a question like this, the first thing that should come to your mind is of a number. That number is not known. Usually, you're supposed to see something like 4/7 of 15, 4/7 of 14, 4/7 of 21, 4/7 of 35. But 4/7 of a number, something is missing there. There is an unknown, and usually you know what we do when we are looking for an unknown in mathematics. We use a letter to stand for the unknown. But one thing I will not do here is using X, because we use X a lot and that tends to confuse children. We can use something that is relatable to the problem we are solving or the unknown we are looking for. Here of a number. So that number, we are not going to use X to represent the number. We are rather going to use N, the first letter of the word number. So we interpret the question. Solution: 4/7 of, remember, of is a mathematical sign which stands for multiplication. 4/7 of a number. We don't know that number, so we use N to stand for that number. We say, let the number be N. Let the number be N. All right, so 4/7 of N is equal to 24. Then what is a number? Remember, you can convert this to a fraction by dividing it by 1. And so this is multiplication of fraction. We deal with this first. 4/7 of N. So how do we deal with this? 4 times N, there is no common factor to divide through. So we simply multiply the numerators by the numerator and the denominator by the denominator. So 4 times N will give us 4N. All over 7 times 1, 7 is equal to 24. At this point, I can choose to make this a fraction, and that is giving me over 1. So what do we do here? We cross multiply. Whenever you see two fractions separated by an equality sign, the easiest way to handling that problem is to cross multiply. We cross multiply. So 4n times 1 will give us 4n equal to 7 times 24. I keep it this way. If I start doing 7 times 24, I'm going to have one big number here that may give me issues when I am simplifying. So it's better I keep it this way. I will tell you why. So at this point, what do? This is an equation. We divide both sides by the coefficient of the unknown. The unknown is n, and its coefficient is 4. So we divide both sides by the coefficient. That's over 4. Once we do that, you discover 4 cancels this. Now look at this. It is easier to see that 4 can divide 24 here. But if this number was a big number after multiplying 7 and 24 initially, it would not be that easy to tell except you are very good in your rules of divisibility. So let's go 4 divide itself 1. 4 can divide 24 6 times. So our n is equal to 7 times 6. And that will give us 42. So the number is 42. Let's go back to the options. 42 is option C. Thank you.